Culture Vulture one-off to the 16th of August, 2024. Welcome to Culture Vulture, your guide to the week's entertainment from an alternative standpoint. Selections and writing are by Pat Harrington and music is from Tim Bragg. Highlights this week include Woodstock, 3 days that defined a generation. This documentary offers a nostalgic exploration of the iconic 1969 Woodstock Music Festival, highlighting its cultural significance as a symbol of the 1960s counterculture movement through vivid archival footage and personal accounts. Boyz N The Hood. John Singleton's Boyz N The Hood presents a powerful depiction of life in South-Central Los Angeles, tackling issues of systemic racism, violence, and the struggles of young men striving to escape their circumstances. The Day of the Jackal. This tense political tear.
Saturday the 10th of August, 2024. Elizabeth Taylor, The Lost Tapes 9 p.m. Sky Documentaries. Elizabeth Taylor, The Lost Tapes offers a rare glimpse into the life of one of Hollywood's most enduring icons. The documentary, elegantly constructed by Nanette Burstein, is a rich tapestry of Taylor's own words, complemented by a treasure trove of archival footage. It paints a vivid portrait of her tumultuous life and career, capturing the essence of an era when the studio system waned and the media's glare intensified. While it may not reveal many new insights for those familiar with Taylor's public persona, it remains a compelling watch, providing an intimate look at the star's playful yet guarded nature. Taxi Driver, 1976, 11:35 p.m. Great movies. Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver is a searing exploration of urban alienation and moral decay in post-Vietnam War America. The film follows Travis Bickle, a mentally unstable Vietnam War veteran who becomes a taxi driver in New York City. As he navigates the city's seedy underbelly, Travis's sense of isolation deepens, reflecting the disillusionment and disenfranchisement felt by many veterans returning to a society that seems indifferent to their sacrifices. One of the film's primary social themes is the fragmentation of urban life and the resulting psychological impact on individuals. Travis's interactions with other characters, particularly the young prostitute Iris, underscore the sense of abandonment and neglect pervasive in the city. The film portrays New York as a place where the vulnerable are exploited and the mentally ill are left to fend for themselves, highlighting the failures of social institutions. Politically, Taxi Driver delves into the themes of vigilantism and the individual's response to societal corruption. Travis's decision to take justice into his own hands reflects a broader critique of the political system's inability to address crime and moral decay. His actions can be seen as a desperate, albeit misguided, attempt to restore order in a world he perceives as chaotic and immoral. The film's climactic scenes raise questions about heroism and the fine line between sanity and madness. Travis is both condemned and celebrated, illustrating society's complex relationship with violence and the notion of the lone avenger. Taxi Driver ultimately leaves viewers pondering the ethical implications of taking justice into one's own hands and the societal conditions that drive individuals to such extremes. Love and Mercy, 2014, 12:30 a.m. BBC Two. Love and Mercy, directed by Bill Pohlad, is a biographical film that offers a poignant look at the life of Brian Wilson, the creative force behind the Beach Boys. The film oscillates between two periods in Wilson's life: his struggles with mental illness and creative genius in the 1960s, and his abusive relationship with therapist Eugene Landy in the 1980s. Through this dual narrative, Love and Mercy explores themes of mental health, artistic innovation, and the exploitative nature of the music industry. The film sheds light on the stigmatization of mental illness and the often harsh treatments imposed on those who suffer from it. Brian's experiences with auditory hallucinations and panic attacks are depicted with sensitivity, emphasizing the need for compassionate and effective mental health care. The contrast between the 1960s and 1980s timelines highlights the evolution of mental health treatment, while also critiquing the manipulative control exerted by Landy. Love and Mercy addresses the pressures faced by artists in the music industry. Brian's struggle to balance commercial success with artistic integrity mirrors the broader conflict between creativity and profitability. The film underscores the sacrifices and personal costs associated with artistic innovation, as Brian's groundbreaking work on albums like Pet Sounds takes a toll on his mental well-being. The film critiques the lack of regulatory oversight in the mental health field, as exemplified by Landy's unethical practices. Landy's control over Brian's life and finances points to the potential for abuse within therapeutic relationships and the need for stricter professional standards and accountability. Love and Mercy ultimately champions the importance of support and understanding for those battling mental health issues and the need for systemic reforms to protect vulnerable individuals. Riders of Justice, 2020, 1:10 a.m. C4. Riders of Justice, directed by Anders Thomas Jensen, is a Danish dark comedy drama that blends revenge thriller elements with profound explorations of grief, randomness, and the human need for meaning. The story follows Marcus, a soldier who returns home after his wife dies in a train accident, only to team up with a group of eccentric data analysts who believe the crash was a planned assassination by a criminal gang. The film delves into the social themes of grief and trauma, portraying how individuals cope with loss in different ways. Marcus's stoic and violent response contrasts sharply with the quirky analysts, whose obsession with finding patterns and explanations reflects a broader human desire to make sense of tragedy. This dynamic highlights the varied ways people seek to process and move forward after experiencing deep personal loss. Politically, Riders of Justice critiques the over-reliance on data and technology to explain complex human experiences. The analyst's insistence on finding a mathematical explanation for the train crash serves as a metaphor for society's tendency to seek rationality in chaos. The film questions whether such reliance can truly address the underlying emotional and psychological impacts of trauma or if it merely serves as a distraction from dealing with the rawness of human pain. Thematically, the film explores the concept of justice and revenge, examining the moral implications of taking the law into one's own hands. Marcus's quest for vengeance raises questions about the cycle of violence and the possibility of redemption. Through its dark humor and poignant moments, Riders of Justice challenges viewers to consider the limits of rationality and the importance of human connection and empathy in the face of suffering. Sunday, the 11th of August, 2024.
Sunday, the 11th of August, 2024. The Cruel Sea, 1953, 11:20 a.m. BBC Two. The Cruel Sea, directed by Charles Friend, is a British war film that portrays the harsh realities of naval warfare during World War II. Based on the novel by Nicholas Monsarrat, the film follows the crew of the corvette HMS Compass Rose as they battle enemy submarines in the Atlantic. The narrative focuses on the camaraderie and resilience of the sailors, as well as the moral and ethical dilemmas they face in wartime. The film highlights the theme of duty and sacrifice, showcasing the personal costs of war on individuals and their families. The crew's unwavering commitment to their mission, despite the constant threat of death and the loss of comrades, underscores the profound sense of duty that drives soldiers in combat. This theme resonates with the collective memory of World War II, emphasizing the shared sacrifices made by those who served. Politically, The Cruel Sea reflects the broader context of the war effort and the importance of unity and perseverance. The film portrays the Allies' strategic efforts to secure vital supply routes across the Atlantic, highlighting the interconnectedness of the war front and the home front. The sailors' struggles and victories are depicted as part of a larger collective endeavor, reinforcing the notion of national solidarity in the face of adversity. The film also explores the psychological impact of warfare, particularly the moral challenges faced by the crew. Decisions that involve life and death, such as whether to rescue survivors or pursue enemy submarines, illustrate the ethical complexities inherent in combat. These moments serve as a reminder of the human cost of war and the difficult choices that soldiers must make in the line of duty. Ultimately, The Cruel Sea is a powerful testament to the endurance and bravery of those who served in naval warfare. Through its realistic portrayal of life at sea and the emotional toll of combat, the film honors the legacy of the sailors who fought to protect their nations and underscores the enduring themes of sacrifice, duty, and resilience in times of conflict. Beautiful Thing, 1996, 11:10 p.m. Film 4. Beautiful Thing, directed by Hetty MacDonald, is a poignant British drama that explores themes of love, identity, and social acceptance within the working-class community of East London. The film follows the relationship between two teenage boys, Jamie and Ste, who navigate their feelings for each other against the backdrop of a troubled and often intolerant neighborhood. The film's portrayal of their romance is both tender and realistic, reflecting broader social issues related to LGBTQ+ acceptance and the challenges faced by young people coming to terms with their sexuality. Socially, Beautiful Thing addresses the struggles of marginalized communities in the 1990s. The film highlights the harsh realities of living in a working-class environment where traditional values and prejudices often overshadow the need for understanding and compassion. Jamie and SDE's love story unfolds in a context where homophobia and societal expectations pose significant obstacles, making their eventual acceptance and happiness a powerful statement about the possibility of change and progress. Politically, the film critiques the lack of support and visibility for LGBTQ+ individuals during the time period. The characters' experiences reflect a broader systemic failure to address the needs and rights of queer youth. By focusing on the personal impact of these political and social shortcomings, Beautiful Thing calls attention to the importance of inclusivity and the need for supportive environments that allow young people to express their true selves without fear of discrimination or violence. The film also emphasizes the role of community and family in shaping one's identity and experiences. The supportive, albeit imperfect, relationship between Jamie's mother and SDE's family provides a counterpoint to the more hostile elements of their environment. Through its intimate portrayal of personal and communal struggles, Beautiful Thing offers a hopeful vision of acceptance and love, suggesting that even in the face of adversity, human connections can foster resilience and transformation. The Elephant Man, 1980, 11:30 p.m. BBC Two. David Lynch's The Elephant Man is a historical drama that tells the harrowing true story of John Merrick, a man with severe physical deformities who was exhibited as a sideshow curiosity in 19th-century London. The film, while centered on Merrick's personal suffering and dignity, also provides a critique of societal attitudes towards physical difference and disability. Lynch's direction and the film's stark black-and-white cinematography underscore the stark contrast between Merrick's humanity and the often inhumane treatment he receives. Socially, The Elephant Man explores themes of exploitation and dehumanization. Merrick's initial presentation as a freak in a sideshow reflects the era's tendency to commodify and marginalize those who were considered different. The film critiques this exploitation by presenting Merrick as a complex individual with a rich inner life, challenging viewers to reconsider their perceptions of normalcy and worth. The film engages with issues of class and social justice. Merrick's transition from a sideshow attraction to a respected member of society highlights the social barriers faced by individuals with disabilities. The film suggests that societal changes and attitudes, rather than inherent worth, determine the treatment and opportunities afforded to people like Merrick. Through its portrayal of Merrick's interactions with the medical community and upper-class society, The Elephant Man critiques the systemic inequalities that perpetuate discrimination. Lynch's portrayal of Merrick's plight and dignity invites viewers to reflect on their own biases and the ethical implications of societal treatment of those who are marginalized. The film's emotional depth and moral questions make it a powerful commentary on the nature of humanity and the need for compassion and understanding towards all individuals, regardless of their physical appearance or social status.
Monday the 12th of August, 2024. Sense and Sensibility, The Allure of Art Nouveau 10:30 p.m. BBC 4. Sense and Sensibility, The Allure of Art Nouveau is a captivating exploration of the Art Nouveau movement, showcasing its profound impact on the aesthetics of the late 19th century. The BBC 4 programme delves into the intricate designs and revolutionary ideas that defined this era, bringing to life the vibrant streets of Paris and the innovative minds that transformed art and society. With insightful commentary and stunning visuals, the series is a must-watch for art enthusiasts and history buffs alike, offering a fresh perspective on the enduring legacy of Art Nouveau. The Sense of an Ending, 2017, 11:05 p.m. BBC 2. The Sense of an Ending, directed by Ritesh Batra, is an adaptation of Julian Barnes' novel that delves into themes of memory, regret, and the consequences of past actions. The film follows Tony Webster, a retired man who is confronted with a series of revelations about his youth after receiving a mysterious letter. As he uncovers truths about his past relationships and decisions, the film explores how our recollections shape our understanding of ourselves and the impact of unresolved issues on our present lives. The film addresses the theme of memory and its fallibility. Tony's journey reveals the complexities and sometimes distortions inherent in personal recollection. The film suggests that memory is not always a reliable guide to truth and that our understanding of past events can be colored by our emotions and experiences. This theme resonates with the broader social concern of how individuals and societies come to terms with their histories and the ways in which past actions can haunt the present. The sense of an ending touches on issues of privilege and class. Tony's privileged background and his interactions with other characters reflect the societal dynamics of the time. The film critiques the ways in which social status can affect personal relationships and opportunities, highlighting the disparities that influence individuals' choices and their consequences. The film's exploration of personal and collective memory invites viewers to reflect on their own lives and relationships. By revealing the consequences of past actions and the difficulty of reconciling with one's own history, the sense of an ending encourages a deeper understanding of the ways in which our past shapes our present and the importance of facing unresolved issues to find closure and peace.
Tuesday, the 13th of August, 2024. The Day of the Jackal, 1973, 9 p.m. Great Movies. Day of the Jackal, directed by Fred Zinnemann, is a tense political thriller based on the novel by Frederick Forsyth. The film centers on an assassination attempt against French President Charles de Gaulle by a mysterious and meticulous assassin known as the Jackal. The narrative follows the intricate planning and cat-and-mouse chase between the assassin and French law enforcement, providing a detailed examination of political intrigue and the mechanics of high-stakes conspiracies. Politically, the film explores themes of terrorism and political violence. The Jackal's elaborate plan to assassinate de Gaulle reflects the era's heightened political tensions and the lengths to which radical groups would go to achieve their aims. The film presents a nuanced view of political extremism, showing the complex motivations behind acts of terrorism and the meticulous planning required to execute such schemes. The Day of the Jackal delves into the impact of political violence on society. The film portrays the pervasive atmosphere of fear and paranoia that accompanies a high-profile assassination plot. The tension and urgency of the investigation reflect the broader social concern about the safety of public figures and the potential for political violence to disrupt everyday life. The film also highlights the theme of the individual's role in political conflicts. The Jackal is depicted as a lone operator whose personal convictions drive him to undertake the assassination. This portrayal raises questions about the nature of political commitment and the sacrifices individuals are willing to make for their causes. By focusing on the personal and professional aspects of the characters involved, The Day of the Jackal provides a gripping and thought-provoking look at the interplay between politics, violence, and individual agency. Secrets of the Hells Angels, 10 p.m. Sky History. Secrets of the Hells Angels, airing on Sky History, offers an unprecedented glimpse into the notorious biker club known for its secretive nature. The series, with its in-depth interviews and rare archival footage, reveals a more complex and organized group than previously understood. It's a compelling watch, not just for the exclusive content, but for the way it uncovers the intricate layers of brotherhood and the high stakes of living on the edge. This show promises to be an eye-opener for viewers, shedding light on the club's most guarded secrets and the true cost of being an angel.
Wednesday, the 14th of August, 2024. Boyz N The Hood, 1991, 9 p.m. Great Movies. Boyz N The Hood, directed by John Singleton, is a seminal drama that offers a stark portrayal of life in south-central Los Angeles. The film follows the lives of three friends, Trey, Dobai, and Ricky, as they navigate the challenges of growing up in a neighborhood plagued by violence, poverty, and systemic inequality. Through their stories, the film examines the social and political issues that impact their lives and their community. Boyz N The Hood addresses the pervasive effects of systemic racism and economic disparity. The film provides an unflinching look at how poverty and lack of opportunity contribute to cycles of violence and crime. Trey's experiences with his father and his attempts to escape the environment reflect a broader struggle for upward mobility and personal success in the face of overwhelming obstacles. The film critiques the systemic neglect and disinvestment in marginalized communities. The portrayal of gang violence and police interactions highlights the failure of societal institutions to address the root causes of crime and provide meaningful support for those in need. Singleton's narrative underscores the importance of policy reforms and community investment in addressing the systemic issues that perpetuate inequality and violence. Boyz N The Hood also explores themes of friendship and personal responsibility. The contrasting paths of Trey, Dobai, and Ricky illustrate the various ways individuals respond to their environment and the impact of personal choices on their futures. The film ultimately advocates for a deeper understanding of the socio-political factors that shape individual lives and the need for collective action to foster positive change in underserved communities. Bridge of Spies, 2015, 11:20 p.m. BBC One. Bridge of Spies, directed by Steven Spielberg, is a historical drama based on true events during the Cold War. The film follows insurance lawyer James B. O'Donovan as he negotiates a high-stakes prisoner exchange between the United States and the Soviet Union, involving the exchange of captured American U-2 pilot Francis Gary Powers for Soviet spy Rudolf Abel. The film delves into themes of justice, diplomacy, and the moral complexities of the Cold War era. The film examines the intricacies of Cold War diplomacy and the tense negotiations between superpowers. Donovan's role as a negotiator highlights the importance of legal and ethical considerations in international relations, even during periods of intense political conflict. The film portrays the delicate balance of power and the significance of maintaining human rights and due process in the face of geopolitical tensions. Bridge of Spies explores themes of patriotism and personal integrity. Donovan's commitment to upholding the principles of justice and fairness, despite public criticism and personal risk, reflects the broader societal values of the time. The film critiques the tendency to prioritize national security over individual rights and the challenges faced by those who stand up for ethical principles in the face of widespread fear and suspicion. The film also highlights the role of legal professionals in shaping historical events. Donovan's dedication to defending Abel and negotiating the exchange underscores the critical role that lawyers and legal systems play in navigating complex political issues and ensuring that justice prevails. Bridge of Spies ultimately celebrates the courage and resolve of individuals who uphold moral and legal standards during times of crisis, emphasizing the enduring importance of these values in international diplomacy. The Guard, 2011, 2:20 a.m. C4. The Guard, directed by John Michael McDonough, is a dark comedy thriller set in rural Ireland. The film follows Sergeant Jerry Boyle, a small-town cop with a unique and unconventional approach to law enforcement, as he becomes involved in an international drug smuggling ring. The film blends humor with a critique of law enforcement and societal issues, offering a sharp commentary on the nature of justice and corruption. The Guard examines the theme of isolation and the impact of rural life on individuals' perspectives and behavior. Boyle's unconventional methods and irreverent attitude reflect the challenges of policing in a small, close-knit community where traditional norms and expectations are often at odds with the realities of crime and corruption. The film portrays the tension between local and international issues, highlighting the complexities faced by those working at the intersection of these worlds. The film critiques the corruption and ethical compromises present within law enforcement and criminal justice systems. Boyle's interactions with drug dealers and his methods of handling crime reflect a broader commentary on the moral ambiguities faced by individuals in positions of authority. The film questions the efficacy of conventional approaches to law enforcement and highlights the often murky lines between right and wrong. The Guard also explores themes of personal redemption and integrity. Boyle's unorthodox methods and complex character arc reveal a deeper sense of morality and personal responsibility beneath his gruff exterior. Through its blend of humor and crime drama, the film invites viewers to consider the challenges of maintaining one's principles and sense of justice in a world rife with corruption and moral ambiguity.
Friday, the 16th of August, 2024. Woodstock, 3 Days That Defined a Generation, 2019, 9.50 BBC 4. The documentary Woodstock, 3 Days That Defined a Generation is a nostalgic trip back to the summer of '69, a pivotal moment in cultural history. Directed by Barrett Goodman, this film aired on BBC 4, capturing the essence of the Woodstock Music Festival, an event that has become synonymous with the counterculture movement of the 1960s. Goodman's documentary is not just about the music, although that is certainly a significant aspect. It's about the people, the atmosphere, and the zeitgeist of the era. The film takes viewers on a journey through the eyes of those who were there, offering a mosaic of experiences that encapsulate the spirit of Woodstock. From the rain-soaked revelers to the impromptu community that emerged, the documentary showcases the festival as a microcosm of the societal shifts happening in America at the time. The film is beautifully crafted, with a mix of archival footage and interviews that bring to life the stories of the attendees, organizers, and performers. It's a reminder of a time when music was a unifying force, capable of bringing together 500,000 people in the pursuit of peace and love. One of the most compelling aspects of the documentary is its ability to transport the viewer to the muddy fields of Yaska's farm, making one feel as if they are part of the crowd, experiencing the music, the chaos, and the community. The film does an excellent job of highlighting how Woodstock was more than just a music festival. It was a defining moment of a generation grappling with war, civil rights, and a rapidly changing society. For those who lived through the era, Woodstock, 3 days that defined a generation, is a poignant reminder of their youth and ideals. For others, it's an educational and entertaining look at a significant historical event that continues to resonate today. In conclusion, this documentary is a must-watch for anyone interested in music history, social movements, or the 1960s as a whole. It's a well-executed piece that respects its subject matter and provides a comprehensive look at what made Woodstock an event that defined a generation. Moon, 2009, 11:05 p.m. BBC Two. Moon, directed by Duncan Jones, is a science fiction drama that explores themes of identity, isolation, and the ethics of human cloning. The film follows Sam Bell, an astronaut nearing the end of his 3-year stint on a lunar base, who begins to question his sanity as he experiences mysterious occurrences and discovers unsettling truths about his mission. The film's exploration of these themes raises important questions about human rights and the nature of self. Socially, Moon addresses the theme of isolation and its psychological effects. Sam's solitary existence on the moon, coupled with the lack of human contact, highlights the profound impact of extended isolation on mental health. The film delves into the emotional and existential struggles faced by individuals in isolated environments, emphasizing the human need for connection and understanding. Politically, the film critiques the ethics of corporate practices and the exploitation of workers. The revelations about Sam's true identity and the nature of his work reflect broader concerns about the treatment of individuals by powerful corporations. The film raises questions about the morality of using human clones as expendable resources and the implications of such practices for individual rights and autonomy. Moon also explores the concept of self and personal identity. Sam's journey to understand his own existence and the nature of his clone's role challenges viewers to think about what it means to be truly human. The film's exploration of these themes underscores the importance of self-awareness and ethical consideration in the face of technological advancements and corporate interests. Through its thoughtful narrative and emotional depth, Moon invites reflection on the intersection of humanity, technology, and ethics.
And finally, Counterculture's Edinburgh Fringe Festival Chronicles. The Edinburgh Fringe Festival is an event that brims with creativity and showcases a plethora of talents from around the globe. Counterculture has been right in the thick of it, attending and reviewing an eclectic mix of shows. For those who've been following our journey, make sure to keep an eye on our website for the latest reviews. Here's a quick recap of what we've experienced this week. Armed Robbery and Suicidal Intent, a poignant play that delves into the complexities of human vulnerability and the unexpected connections that can arise from the darkest moments. 007, Voices of Bond, a nostalgic and thrilling musical ride through the iconic soundtracks of the James Bond franchise, leaving audiences both shaken and stirred. Two Mums, a contemporary comedy that navigates the challenges and triumphs of unconventional parenting with wit and heart. Man of War, The Secret Life of Nadezhda Jirova, a show about a curiosity of history and challenging ascribed gender roles. And today, we're adding 2 more reviews to our roster. Dishonest, a thought-provoking piece that questions the essence of truth through the lens of a master deceiver's life. Sarah Hester Ross's What? A comedic tour de force that combines music, humor, and a touch of the absurd to create a truly unforgettable fringe experience. We also interviewed Raina Bow, the lead singer and narrator of the Blondie story. Stay tuned for our detailed reviews, and don't forget to check back regularly for more fringe highlights from Counterculture.